Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We were asking the kids upstairs. We've been watching the weather all afternoon, and the kids want to play. So we've got...
Yeah!
It lightened up for a minute. So we're going to start by playing in a concert form around our ladder. We're going to see how the field feels in a little while. As the afternoon evening goes on, but we're going to try to get out of here as quick as we can and just play our music for you at least. And if we get a chance to march, we will, but we'll figure that out as the night goes on. So we walked down the hill, we just got down here as quick as we could, and we're going to play for you. So we'll be with you in pregame in just 1 second.
Oh, I meant to do that. Connor. I meant to relocate.
Take off the hat. Take off the hat. You just disrespecting.
Did I forget to tell you about LaRoche College? So they can get a nice video where kids being. Do you want to put it on the phone?
I get to be quick.
Seriously, you can't stand there. There's no way.
Where's the other? Can you sit there? Sit on the thing.
Oh, okay.
Sit right there, Connor. Is that on break?
I would have covered Nick and
The
not
umbrella
just
down?
hit him in the head.
I'm gonna put the umbrella down so people can see. Oh, yeah.
It's not that much rain.
You're sweet, but you're not gonna know. Oh, this is a first. Concert format.
Hello, and welcome family and friends to beautiful Fawn Bell, PA, summer home to our North Hills High School Marching Band. Tonight, the band is concluding its 66th band camp here at Camp Conaquee with our traditional Friday night preview show. We are very happy and excited that you could be in attendance this evening, especially due to the rain. Please sit back and enjoy the show. Now, for the first time this year, it is my great pleasure to introduce the band of pride, tradition, and excellence, the award-winning North Hills High School Marching Band, led in performance by drum major Shane Riley. Pre-game 2017 opens this year with Chariots of Fire, written by Greek horn writer Vangelis from the 1981 motion picture Chariots of Fire. The film depicts two young men competing in the 1924 Olympics for their own beliefs and ideas. Chariots of Fire features trumpet soloists Cara Doyle, Robert Place, Donnie White, and Isabella Kotwika. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise, and gentlemen, remove your hats as we honor our great nation with the playing of our national anthem. And please remain standing for the North Hills High School alma mater. The sound of the Indian beat always fires up the home crowd. Let's hear for the North Hills High School Marching Band. Let's go, Indians!
Thank you again for coming and being here. And we looked out the window and we were quite amazed, but not surprised with how many people there were singing on the hill despite the weather. We're not. If you've been here before, I know we have people that have been here for decades that have come back. But we're not going to give the band a water break between every show. But they were up inside the mess hall there for a long time, warming up, and it was getting warm. So we're going to give them one now, and then we're going to keep playing through for the rest of the night to get this in quickly. So thank you for being here with us again. Tonight's a very, very unique and special night. There's no other time when we're going to play as much or march as much, hopefully, we'll see, as we do tonight. But it's not even really the beginning of our season yet. It's just a preview. Some of the things we're going to play for you tonight, we started about not even 48 hours ago. So it really is a preview of just what the students have to come and what you have as our fans. But they wanted to be out here. This is their last time on this field for our seniors, and it's our first preview performance together. We had a beautiful week up here. It really was a special week up here. These are amazing young people, as you know. We definitely had some distractions along the week. The camp next door had quite a lot of activities going on. So we had the police force coming through and the SWAT team and helicopters flying overhead as kids got wishes all week. But we also even got to be a part of one of those wishes. If you're friends with us on Facebook, our kids got to stage a battle right here on this field for a young man whose wish was to be a hero of a battle. So we lined up top there and we charged down the field, and the battle ended with him versus our drum major Shane. Shane lost. So that little boy was very, very excited to be able to have his camp dream come true, to be the hero of a battle against a fierce army. And that they were this week, without a doubt. The students left no doubt. As many of you know, that's their motto. So, especially for our near 70 rookies, this is the hardest they've ever worked in their lives. I guarantee it. They had big brothers and big sisters to help them along the way, and our rookies are going to be amazing additions to our group. The rest of our students all took the next step, including our seniors. Were just amazing this week. Like I said, it's a week that I will remember for a long time. So I'm sure that our kids have grown in many ways. They were definitely physically pushed. After rehearsing 8 hours a day, a 2-hour rehearsal or a 10-minute halftime show is a breeze. And that's kind of the point of coming here for this week in terms of learning what we do. And this marks the end of our band camp, but it's the beginning of our season together. So we're so excited for you to be here for our preview night of Leave No Doubt. Band, if you're ready, start coming back over. Don't wait for me. I'm just killing time so you can get a drink, and we'll keep going because it's still raining. So we have a wonderful staff up here. I'm not going to take the moment to introduce all of them because of the weather tonight. We normally do that. But I can tell you that these folks would do absolutely anything for your students, and that's why it's such a joy to come here with them, whether it's tying their shoes or getting the eyelash out of their eye as they're standing there, or getting them anything that we need. We made lots of Walmart runs, as we promised you that we would. Even we were at Walmart about an hour ago getting clothes for folks that forgot things as they were away this way. So they're amazing people, and I really can't speak highly enough. I want to recognize just one person, though, who we couldn't do camp without. And that's our nurse, Miss Becca Hartle, who is, yes, Nurse Becca is down here. I know she has a lot of family up there, but she's down here with us. And again, Nurse Becca just does what any of our kids need any time of the day. And literally this couldn't happen without her. She's an amazing inspiration, not just a great nurse. So can you help me thank Nurse Becca for being here with us this entire day? Would you stand, Nurse Becca? Okay, the kids are back. Our Disney March show is going to be really cool. You'll see it this season. Here's Disney March Show.
56 years, the North Hills Band has been performing march shows of all kinds, from Sousa to King to the Circus March Show and the Big Ten College March Show. This year, we take a step back to all of our childhoods and celebrate the most magical place on earth. Walt Elias Disney was born on December 1st, 1905 in Chicago, Illinois. Disney was an American entrepreneur, animator, voice actor, and film producer. One of his best-known works and first major films was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. We begin this year's show with the band's trademark, the Countermarch. The first tunes the band will march is hi-ho, it's off to work we go, and whistle while you work. Next, we perform for you Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious and It's a Small World After All. Mickey Mouse March, When You Wish Upon a Star, and Zippity-Doo-Dah.
doing a little transition here for our next show. You know our students on the field. We've talked about our staff. We need to thank the North Hills School District for recognizing what a unique and valuable experience this is for our students to be here and to be a part of the marching band. Again, this year we had the largest number of students in the history of the district in this group, at 225 students that are with us this year. And that's only because of the support of our administration and understanding what this means to these students. We have amazing superintendents and principals and all of our support staff. I know that Mr. Beal is here tonight from the middle school, Mrs. Williams, Mrs. Crombie, and Mr. Webster are all here from the high school, and Mr. Manarino's at a family reunion this weekend, but we talked several times this week and he emailed us, and they all wish our students the best. It's amazing to work for people like this. And for our students to have these opportunities. We also have an amazing booster group here at North Hills, our NHIPA. So I encourage you to find a way to be involved and support our students. But we really can't verbalize what these, all of the members of our executive board and all of the members of our NHIPA, all of you, our parents, do for our students. So there's more information coming as we go into the season. Plans are in full swing for our band festival. We'll have more plans coming out of our Disney tour September once we get back to school, and visit us at the upcoming pep rally, community pep rally, in a week from Monday. It is a week from Monday, the week we start school. Thinking of the community pep rally, also with us tonight as I came down the hill, I saw Mrs. Shelley Zimmerman, who just does unbelievable things for our district as our activities coordinator, and Mr. Ballantyne and I talk all the time of how we couldn't do what we do without her. She's unbelievable. So if we can thank all of those people, our boosters and our administrators that help our students be able to do these things on a daily basis. If we could, I'd appreciate that very much. Thank you.
Our Divas Through the Decades begins with Fifth Harmony's That's My Girl. Our opening number features the Flags and Majorettes strutting their stuff down the field while the band plays the beat. So sit back, relax, and enjoy That's My Girl. There has been no bigger diva in recent years than Queen Bee herself. Join the band as they sing and dance to Beyonce's most memorable hit, Single Ladies. So put your hands up.
What was the last song? What was the last song you just did?
That's my girl.
So, yeah, you can relax now. We didn't have any fun doing that. We only started that on Wednesday, and each one of our shows are at different places that way. So that's the last show you'll see on the field this year, the Divas Through the Decades show. That'll be out in October. We try to kind of space them through the home games, and our schedule's a little different that year. This year. So talking about our schedule, tomorrow we'll be back to the middle school around 10:45. Your students will sleep almost the rest of the afternoon and the day and maybe Sunday. It's really the hardest that they've ever worked, and so don't be surprised by that. When we skip to school, we rehearse on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6 to 8. That's a breeze for our students after being here for the week. It is also a very short amount of time, so it's important that our students are all in attendance together. So students are excused for things like an NHIPL or a North Hills WIPIO game, a sport like that. We just need you to give us the schedule for the fall in advance so that we can have those things in our calendar, and we know when your students will be out with any of those. But we do ask that any other appointments, etc., be made, things that are flexible around that time. Our games are on Fridays. They're already on the calendar. The meet times are there. We always leave from the middle school. All of our away games this year, big change, start at 7 o'clock. They're moving back, and everything at Martirelli starts at 7:30. Our community pep rally is coming up on Monday, the 21st. Our students will wear their white shirts, t-shirts, and khaki shorts, and it's just a great night for our community that way. And so since we have the community pep rally on Monday, and we know when that is now, we're not going to have rehearsal on that Tuesday, the night before school. It's still on the calendar, but we'll delete that when we get back. That way, so the kids can get just a really fresh start to school that way on Wednesday. Next week is our last week of summer rehearsal, so it's still summer band because school hasn't started. So we'll meet on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 6 to 9 because school hasn't started yet at 6 to 9, and we'll prepare for Kennywood. Our upperclassmen also play on Wednesday for opening day for our teachers, and we have Kennywood, as I said, on Friday, which is a great day, and if you can come out and see the kids perform, that would be wonderful. It's always a fun first public performance for us of the year. And we'll have details. We see the kids on Monday and Tuesday. We'll let them know about that opening day and about Kennywood, but it's all on the calendar that way. I'm condensing all my things that I want to share. Getting out of here tonight. We're going to take home everything that the kids don't need for tomorrow. So we asked them to clean their cabins this afternoon. They had some pool time again, and to pack up everything except for their dance clothes for tonight and what they need to wear home, their toiletries and their sleeping bag. We asked them to all clean their cabins. I went through some of the 8th and 9th grade cabins, and I said, hey, you guys need to clean your cabins because your parents are coming. And their response was, oh, we already did. So we'll see what you find out. But by tomorrow morning, we have them sweep and mop them all out. But some of them had different ideas, so I felt bad of what their rooms at home might look like. If we can be out of camp by 8:45, so our students, parents, so our students can get ready for their dance tonight, they would appreciate that. Like I said, we have a lot of people here. So if you can, they're going to take you back to their cabin, and you'll see them, and you grab their things. There's no cars in the compound near their cabins, so you can see that they can't block those off for us. But if we could have everyone out by 8:45, the students need to use the showers and get ready, and we'll arrive tomorrow morning between 10:45-ish. We're going to end with our Broadway show. Thank you so much for coming and joining us, and we're glad we got on the field some when we were able to play. Our students, our 5-year seniors, when they were rookies, they played a West Side Story show. So as we were coming, I'll say this first. The West Side Story shows have been happening here at Conaquee. This is our 66th year, but West Side Story shows have been happening since 1985 when it was written for our band. And it's kind of been an important part of our history as each class every 4 or 5 years wants to bring that back and make sure that that's passed on. So our students this year, we got together and we chose a piece of West Side Story, a medley, a finale that they had never played, but included all the songs many of the songs that they had played from their show, their rookie year, and we built a show around it, our Broadway show. So this is just 3 Broadway tunes that we like and we wanted to play that we picked together. So we're going to end with our Broadway show. Thank you again for all that you do to allow your students to be here and be a part of this. I'll be honest, before we left, I never imagined such an amazing and such a special week. And watching these kids come out of their shells, especially our seniors, and really share how much they care about this group has been an amazing experience for the staff this week. They're truly remarkable young people. And Mr. Matthews was up here, our former director, and he said, he was here on Wednesday, and he said, wow, if this is what these kids are doing together on Wednesday, you're going to have an unbelievable season together. And I think that's exactly what's going to be. So thank you so much for coming, all of you, and joining us. And we're going to end with our Broadway show.
About a 40.
Broadway, 42nd Street, and the bright lights of Times Square produce some of the most beautiful sounds and sights we hear on stage. This year we showcase some of the most iconic music on Broadway. The band begins our Broadway show with those four guys under a street light in Jersey. Jersey Boys, released on Broadway in 2005, depicts the song group, the Four Seasons, and their years in the musical business. From the streets of Jersey to Broadway, here is Oh What a Night, Can't Take My Eyes Off You, and Big Girls Don't Cry. Next, we showcase the flags and majorettes with their hula hoop routine to I'm a Believer. I'm a Believer was made famous from the movie and musical Shrek. Shrek was opened on Broadway in 2008. Shrek tells the tale of a bitter ogre living contently alone in a swamp peacefully. However, his solitude is disrupted when a band of fairy tale creatures show up on his property wanting to some help to get their homes back. Here is I'm a Believer from Shrek. Featured on baritone Nicole Egan and Megan Petrie, on trombone Cole Ledford and Jacob Watson. As we conclude our performance this evening, we all would like to thank you for your support and help through the 66 years we have been in attendance here at Camp Conaquee. We conclude our Broadway show with one of the seniors' favorite memories from the rookie year, the West Side Story show. We conclude the show with a medley from the famous musical West Side Story, written by Leonard Bernstein. We hope you enjoy the medley of Somewhere in Tonight, featuring the seniors of the Leave No Doubt Marching Band.
Thank